At the bottom of the crumbling tower that was once the mighty Bionic Commando, a culprit for the collapse has been found. The jump button. It seems like such an innocuous inclusion. After all, there's no genre where vertical locomotion is more appropriate than in a 2D platformer, and more diverse movement options could lead to fresher level design. But Bionic Commando's most noteworthy characteristic is that its protagonist, Rad Spencer, cannot jump. He has a mechanical grappling hook in place of his right arm, and his swinging ways are what separated him from his peers. Now that Bionic Commando's precious distinction no longer fits, the delicate fabric holding this game together has been torn to shreds. Controls that were once novel are now unforgivingly clumsy, and haphazard level design ensures your frequent deaths comes at the hand of unseen dangers lurking off screen. When you try to propel yourself above a spike-lined floor and die for the 7th straight time, it makes you wonder what you ever saw in this franchise in the first place. It's only when you take down an oversized boss or happen upon a secret area that the dormant feeling of elation returns. But by that point, it's far too late. Bionic Commando Rearmed 2 fails to capture the magic the series has dutifully wielded before now. The core of the problems in this game emanate from the controls. Jumping is the most obvious offender, because there's a slight delay from when you push the button to when you get airborne. But the grappling hook issues are the most egregious. Everything feels so clumsy in Rearmed 2 that it's an absolute pain taking advantage of the many swinging opportunities that make up the brunt of your adventure. Getting from one place to another is a clunky mess, which strips away any joy that could have been had by navigating through the many levels. Level design is another huge issue. There's a haphazard feeling to the levels that make it easy to get lost and even easier to die. Bottomless pits and deadly traps catch you unprepared because there's no way to know what's below you until you leap, which makes it annoying just to reach the end of a stage still standing. There are some good elements amidst all the problems. Rearmed 2 looks quite good, and the bosses are predictable but offer some satisfying thrills. There's also an offline-only co-op mode, and though it doesn't make the controls or level design any better, it is fun to grind through the game with a buddy by your side. Misery does love company after all. For as many problems as Rearmed 2 has, at least it's overflowing with content for the truly dedicated. In addition to a long single-player campaign, there's a suite of challenge levels to tackle as well. Be warned, only the most patient players should attempt these levels. Their uncompromising brutality highlights the clunky controls in their naked glory, and just finishing the first few stages is a feat in and of itself. But it's nice having a wealth of extra content if you do get sucked into this game. Just know that Rearmed 2 is a very difficult game to love. Problems flow freely from just about every orifice, so be prepared for punishing setbacks that are out of your hands if you want to venture through the last entry in this venerable franchise. It's funny that a little thing like jumping is the root of so many problems, but when you can't even get one of the most basic elements of gaming right, it makes sense that problems would persist in so many other areas.